count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Houston Texans and the Seattle Seahawks. With that, let's get up to Seattle. Standing by at CenturyLink Field, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Coach, we are just about set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. A few moments ago, they raised the 12th man banner, and this place, as usual, rocking and rolling. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11 quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
He's always been an incredible decision maker on the field. Takes care of the ball really well, puts his team in the right positions, makes sure the play calls are accurate. Also was a minor league baseball player. Didn't hit very well there. I think he made a great career choice picking football.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson throwing again. This complete to Lockett. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore there to make the grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
So here are the starters for this offensive unit. Lamar Miller, very good out of the backfield.
And getting better all the time. The more touches he gets in a game, the bigger his impact on it.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. On first down, Watson. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. Quentin Jefferson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. Now Watson. He'll run it. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A first down carry now for Miller. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. 14 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Wilson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Here's Wilson as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Let's go. You tighten up.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And it's caught. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. On 2nd down now, it's Miller, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Well, they've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units start to play really well, they feed off of each other and play even better. And they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw again is Wilson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Watson rolling to his right. He'll try and run it. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
50 the mark, 50 the mark. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What is that? We want this.
From the red zone now, Watson. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead,
And now it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
not as a...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. But they are all even to this point. So to see if either side can pull away, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Watson. This is Miller, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Finding some room at midfield. A gain of 32 that time.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. They'll try the air now with Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to... And he will have a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And the Seahawks have it. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. On first down, Wilson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. On 2nd and goal, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett Lockett there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom. Put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will put them on top here in the third. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Watson on first down. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Out of the gun, Watson. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I'm seeing where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5. Here's Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it. Yeah,
you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
This is taken at his 4. Hurdles over him. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
It's a gain of 35. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got it? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. On 2nd down and 4, Wilson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Covers that time by Aaron Colvin. What a play. Maybe a game-saving play on the knockdown there.
That was beautiful, wasn't it? If you're looking at it from the defense's perspective, they looked like they had a shot at it. Maybe a completion. Ball gets knocked away. Can they rise up and do it again?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively, figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
second down. Foreman, and a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Again, it's Foreman. And he caught it up, and the Seahawks have picked it up. They find some open field here. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not only going to tip it, I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. He's got Fuller. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Watson. And Thomas has it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Right now, you know that the heart is pumping for Kaimi Fairbairn. This from long, very long range. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And that changes everything here in OT. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but
Lamar Miller, 30, 20, And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Seattle, so long, everybody.